Hi there, it's Nigel from TouchGen. Just a quick update. Obviously today is the big iPad mini launch, and I got in line this morning and picked one up, which is right here. So let's just open this baby up quickly. So I can get it open. So there it is. Much a little smaller box. In fact, it feels much more like a box that the iPhone comes in. I got the black one with the kind of matte gunmetal finish, very similar to the new iPhone 5. I don't usually get white ones on principle, just don't like them. Also in the box, the normal little manual, a charger, which is the new lightning charger. No headphones in this like you do with the iPhone 5, which is a shame, and a little plug. And that is your lot. Also got a smart cover, which is a little bit different to the iPad regular, iPad Fat, let's call it. The iPad regular version has a slight different connector for it. It just pops on really nicely. Doesn't have the click of the metal magnets as the iPad 3 version. And then there it is. I've got a product red one. Looks kind of nice with the black and dark grey. For those who want to know the difference in kind of sizes, I've also got a Kindle Fire HD here. Overlaying them on top of each other is pretty much the same. The iPad mini is just a few millimeters taller, and they're pretty much the same width. About the same weight, I'd say. Obviously, I mean, it comes down to taste, of course, but the new iPad has a feel of much more. It's a more expensive product. I mean, it is a more expensive product. It's about twice the price. This Kindle is £159, and it's technically kind of Retina, whereas the iPad mini is essentially an iPad 2 shrank down, and it's about was it £250, so 270 quid. So it's getting to the double price mark, and essentially what you're getting is a similar experience. Now, obviously, the big deal about the new iPad mini is the display, so I'm just going to turn that on. Okay, so that took a few minutes to set up from scratch. But yeah, as I was saying, the display isn't Retina. It's essentially an iPad 2 resolution, but it's shrank down into a 7.9 inch display. So while it's not completely Retina, you are getting a denser amount of pixels because it's a squashed down display. Whereas the Kindle Fire, which I'll just start up, where the power button is a crisper display. It's not hugely noticeable. I mean, yes, around text and stuff like that, so when you're reading it will be, and obviously the Kindle's big thing is about whole reading and Amazon and stuff, so if you are into your reading, then it makes sense that you're going to upgrade. However, if you're an iPad user and you want something smaller, or if you're an iPhone user and you don't yet have an iPad and you want something slightly bigger, then this is your thing. Obviously the big deal with iPad, and you know what you're paying for what you get, the quality of this Kindle compared to the iPad is you just can't compare it. It's plasticky, it's a bit chunky, it just doesn't feel like an expensive product compared to the iPad, and as you can see with the bezel around the edge there is much thicker, so you're getting much more screen for your same size tablet on the iPad. But again, it just comes down to your price really. I mean, I think when you look at what's available on the Kindle store in comparison to what's available on the App Store, it really does come down to software. And if you want lots of apps and a much bigger library of apps, then iOS is always going to be your way to go. The other option, of course, is the Nexus. This is the Nexus 7 from Google. It is slightly thinner, but it's about the same height. Again, it's a smaller screen. Let's just log in on that. This one is, I'm not actually sure of the resolution, but I'm going to do a proper head-to-head with all three of these devices. I've always found when I'm using the Nexus that it gives a very much of a large phone experience. It's primarily down to the Jelly Bean operating system and how it's been implemented on tablets, not like it's been written directly for tablets. So sometimes you get a mobile phone experience on many websites, and also many apps, again, like I say, Android aren't quite the same quality, and the app store on Android, I always find, has very kind of poor quality, and it's very hard to find what you want, and when you do find it, it might be a direct rip-off or a pretty bad experience. So it does really come down to your preference of both operating system, your price point, and how much important quality software is to you. So like I said, I'm going to do a proper comparison between these three devices. You might have already also seen I've got a Surface here in the corner. I'm going to be reviewing that as well up against the iPad 3 behind me. I didn't get the new iPad yet. I'm going to wait until next year when there'll be a much better upgrade. But I'm so far with the Surface, it's not looking good either. So that's it for now. But yeah, stay tuned for a proper head-to-head between the three new mini tablets. And until then, goodbye.